Hey guys, how y'all doing? Welcome to Rather Too Brief. Every Saturday is a new video on saltwater aquarium stuff. I want to thank you guys. I want to take a moment to thank everybody for watching the videos and checking out the channel. Don't forget to check out our Facebook group. Check out the video description for all... Someone just went to the bathroom in the tank. Check out the video description for the Facebook link. Post photos of your tank, videos of your tank. If you have questions in saltwater aquarium care, as soon as you post, people usually jump on it. They're very helpful. A lot of cool people in there. No jerks allowed. That's the slogan. So, an update on the tank. It looks good. Looks real good. There are no coral in this reef tank, meaning it's just a fish-only tank. I'm building coral up again slowly, and I'm going to show you my first frag in a second, which I also introduced last weekend in the video. Not introduced, but I showed it to you. All the fish are eating really well. Someone asked a question on the Harlequin sweet lips fish. It's this guy right there. He got bigger. He got twice the size. Those guys grow big, and they can grow to be 2 feet to 2.5 feet long. Way too big for this tank. Well, I'll rehome them at that point. But like I said, other people who have had this fish, they've said that it's been in their system for 4 years. It's only like 8 or 9 inches long, which is about the size of my fowlery tang right there, with the orange dorsal fin. So everyone's doing good. The Harlequin sweet lips right there. They're very finicky eaters, and my guy just completely downs Rod's food, frozen fish food. Doesn't go after the pellets. I only feed this tank Rod's food and pellets for the tangs. And they go after the Rod's food as well. I also feed the tangs leafy greens from the grocery store, collard greens. They love those. And bok choy. They love collard greens and bok choy. The tangs do, because they're vegetarians. But again, they go crazy for Rod's food. Take a moment to look at these guys before we go downstairs. I'll show you the coral quarantine tank. Whenever I buy anything from a reef store, you guys who watch my channel, you know I always say this. I don't put anything brand new in this tank if it comes from a reef store. If it's a fish, it goes in quarantine tank number 1 with cupramine, half dose, for 6 weeks minimum. Because if they have any parasites on them, they will be killed by the copper solution. It's important to not dose what the bottle says, because it's way too close to toxic levels for the fish. So I dose 50%, works great. After that 8-week period, I do every other week dosing. I do a water change every 3 days on the tank, and I dose copper every other day. Every other week. Every other day and every other week. So I give them a break from the copper solution every other week. Quarantine tank number 2 is used for new corals and inverts like shrimp and snails and all that, because those guys can't have copper. It'll kill them instantly. You ask, how do you kill the parasites that come in the water on the corals? Well, the parasites will die without food, and the only thing they eat is fish, so they'll starve to death. That's how you kill them. So these guys look really good. I really I'm happy with the way the tank is looking. Really vibrant. Looks really good. Let's go downstairs. Alright, so here we are downstairs. Quarantine tank for the coral. The glass is a little dirty. I'm going to clean it tomorrow and do a water change. It's a 4-gallon aquarium. Let me see if I can get a better view, because this zoanthid looks really good. There we go. That's much better. Looks real good. Am I seeing copepods on there? I see some copepods. So the light that I have on here is a Phoenix light. I love this thing, I really do. It's got blues and whites, a row of blues and a row of whites. And it's got a simple on and off switch on the side. That's it. Nothing fancy. So from Amazon I picked up this digital outlet, digital timer. Just plugs into the outlet. It's got a female plug on this side and a female plug on that side, so you can digitally control the on and off times for two devices. I only need the one for the light because, you know, I didn't want to come downstairs here and turn it on in the morning before I go to work and then come down here again and turn it off before I go to bed. So that's what I'm going to do. I'll have a link to that as well if you guys are looking for digital timers. I mean, you can get digital timers on and offs with your lights, but this thing was like $12, highly rated, and that's what I'm going to set up down here. So that's really it. This coral is doing really well, and another 4 weeks I'm going to put them in the main tank once my nitrates are lower. That's really it. Just wanted to give you guys an update. By the way, little side note, if you have a quarantine tank for your fish, you know how you should measure your salt level with a refractometer, and the salt level should be 1.024. In my quarantine tanks for fish, when I was doing the quarantine tanks, I mean, I don't have any ink in my tank anymore, so I don't have one set up currently, but the lower the salt level, the more oxygen in the water, but you don't want to go below 1.018. So you can do a quarantine tank for fish, or if you have no coral in your tank and it's just fish in your main saltwater aquarium, keep your water at 1.018 salinity. You'll go through less salt, your fish will have a little more oxygen, and everything will be cool. Alright? Corals like to have the salt level at 1.024. So if you have a reef tank, that's what you got to have, give or take 0.001. Alright guys, see you next weekend. Don't forget to subscribe, give the video a like, dislike, whatever you want to do. Check out the video description for all the gear I use. I get everything on Amazon and that Facebook group. Have a great weekend, and I'll talk to you guys later.